Hello and welcome to my channel, From Fertility to Delivery. This is Dayna, and today I wanted to talk about our nervous system. Your nervous system is so important. It can make or break decisions. It can help you accelerate in an environment of change, or it can hinder you, paralyze you, and stop you from making big decisions that feel crunchy, but in the end, they're going to be great for your future, like starting a family. So I wanted to give you some information about a recent nervous system healing that I did with my children. And I thought it was really interesting, so I had to bring it up in a video. So my husband and I, we have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they're just learning to swim. So they've been in the pool with the floaties for many years now, and we live in a very warm climate. So there's pools everywhere, and they have to learn how to swim. It's just dire, especially in neighborhoods like ours. So we started swim lessons with them, and they protested, and they were just upset. They didn't want to go. They were crying. They had tantrums, like everything toddlers do. So what I did was I realized that one class a week for swimming was not going to work. It's not going to cut it. So I decided to get them out of school a little bit early, go to our community pool, and just practice with mommy. Mommy is safe. Mommy is someone that they feel comfortable with. So let's do it. So I went ahead and did it, and I did it 2 days back to back. The first day was a little sketchy. They weren't sure about it. I put their floaties back on, and I just let them connect with the water. On the second day, though, while we were doing a exercise where they float on their back, and I'm holding their shoulders while they put their legs out in the water and they're just floating, something came over me to help them with their nervous system. So I whispered in their ears separately. I held each son separately while the other one was, safe. And we were floating back and forth in the water, walking from one end to the next, I whispered in their ear, "Trust the water. You are safe. You are safe in the water. Trust the water." And something miraculous happened. They started swimming by themselves. They got over a huge hurdle in that moment. And it was beautiful to see because, it's been years since they've been holding on to these floaties and not wanting to swim and not wanting to have like a wonderful experience in the water. And they've had some issues with, gulping water or going under the water or slipping by accident and freaking out. So all I needed to do was connect with their nervous system and make them feel safe and held. And so that they could trust themselves in the water and to trust the water. Because to them, water could have been very scary and unsafe and tense, especially, when you're so small in a very big pool, it feels awkward. They have way more stability and stamina and courage when they're in the bathtub, because that's really shallow water, or when they're in really shallow pools that are like 2 feet of water. They have all the confidence in the world, but get them in a pool that is bigger and deep where their feet can't touch the ground and they lose it. But I was able to connect to that nervous system and the trust there. So this is a story that I wanted to bring up, and this is what I do in my classes to connect people with their nervous system. Heal the parts of the nervous system that are broken and reconnect the neural pathways for success with fertility and conception, and also pregnancy and childbirth. So when it comes to the services that I offer, I do have free videos online where you can check out my information, check out my modality, the way I teach, and that is a Ho'oponopono video and also a healing for birth loss or childbirth trauma. If you've had some sort of issues and maybe you already have grown a family, but you're creating some sort of secondary infertility, that would be wonderful for you. Then, of course, I have the services that are healing sessions, and I'll make a video about each healing session, but I have healing sessions for the Akashic Records, your inner child, and also trusting your body, which is pretty much the whole package of my Welcome Your Baby online course. Now, the Welcome Your Baby online course takes a part of everything and puts it all together in one piece. So there's 4 classes, and I recently came out with it in the last couple weeks, and it's right there on my website, fromfertilitytodelivery.com. So this is a mini version of my fantabulous spiritual fertility class that is much longer, with six classes, and much more in-depth spiritual esoteric information and ancient information that we've lost when it comes to fertility. So both of those are on my website, and if you're already pregnant, congratulations. And I have a Blissborn hypnobirthing class online as well. I was 40, close to 40. I was 38 years old, and I was pregnant for the first time. So I've had my waiting game as well, and I was petrified to give birth. And I went through this modality, Blissborn hypnobirthing, and it changed my world from the inside out. It changed me so much to the core that I became an instructor, and I started this online business. So, creating a family, growing a family, it will change you from the inside out. That's for sure. But the changes happen incrementally and slowly, and they happen best when you accept your nervous system. I have one more story for you, something I heard in a coffee shop that I wanted to roll on the floor laughing when I heard it, but it is also about the nervous system. So I was in a coffee shop, and I was just doing my thing, and I heard next to me a very much older gentleman, 70s, 80s, like around there. He was saying that he had watched the movie Jaws, and he was petrified of sharks, obviously. I mean, I was too when I watched it back in the day. And he went on a hike. And when he went on the hike, the next day after he watched the movie Jaws, he was looking for sharks to jump out at him in the forest. Wow. I wanted to laugh when I heard it, but I didn't do anything because, he's talking to his friends about this. But I wanted to share that small, short, and funny episode that I had recently in a coffee shop to explain to you how the subconscious mind works and how the nervous system works. Things that are presented to you on camera, on film, in your life, stories that you hear from other people, they get stuck in your subconscious mind and they break your nervous system. And then you have to do work to fix it. So this is all the things, it's intangible, it's not a new diet, it's not acupuncture, it's not shots that you take, it's not prenatal vitamins, it's not physical, it's all mental. And that's what my services are about. You can fix your nervous system. You can fix the mentality you have around fertility, infertility, and childbirth. And these are big building blocks in humanity, because we've gone through a period where we've had a lot of miscarriages, a lot of stillbirths, and the death rate went up. So for the first time in history, we had more people dying than being birthed. And what does that do to our population? It brings it down. But that's for another video. So I just wanted to come on and share about this. It's really important, and I wanted to make sure you know all about this. So please feel free to look on my website, fromfertilitytodelivery.com, and look for all of my services. I have healing sessions, the Welcome Your Baby course, the spiritual fertility course, which is, much chunkier and full flavor, if you will. And of course, the Blissborn hypnobirthing if you are already pregnant. So thank you for being here, and you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. And thank you so much. You are a beautiful soul on this planet. You have a spirit baby looking down at you, and they're ready to come. If you're getting those heartstrings tugged, that means there is a spirit baby, a son or a daughter that wants to come earthside. So you might as well figure out how to clear everything so you can welcome them with open arms. Thank you so much for being here, and lots of love.